Marvel Legacy is on its way, it's almost here. And I mean, I don't know what to make of it. Like, I've been hearing different things about what it is and what it isn't and what it could possibly be. So I'm just gonna go right ahead and tell you as to what I want it to be to start off with before we get into the meat and bones of the video that they released yesterday saying as to what Marvel Legacy is gonna be. So what I want Marvel Legacy to be is like DC Rebirth. I want them to keep what's worked and get rid of what hasn't worked, actually tweak what hasn't worked and bring back what they decided to get rid of, which is stuff that resonates quite well with fans. So it was stupid to get rid of that stuff in the first place. Bring all that back, mix it all together, put it in an oven and bake a nice cake. That's what I want it to be. I want it to be Marvel's answer to DC Rebirth. That's what I want from Marvel Legacy. Change what wasn't working, make it better, bring back the stuff that we lost that we all want, and then everyone's happy. They get to be happy because the new characters are there. We get to be happy because the old characters have come back. And then obviously things stay on merit. Something's doing well, great, keep it. Something's not, toss it out the window, essentially. That's what I want from Marvel Legacy. I want it to be like Rebirth. Rebirth helped DC a lot after the New 52, because there's certain things in the New 52 that didn't work, and they stopped those things. Pre-New 52, Superman came back and took on the role of Superman, although I think he's combined now with the New 52 Superman or something weird like that. And yeah, it really worked. Rebirth worked very well. And that's what I want from Marvel Legacy. So Marvel released a video yesterday with Axel Alonso and Tom Brevoort talking about Marvel Legacy and as to what it is. I mean, part of me, like, I've not properly looked into it, but part of me feels like it's another event, because there are these like the first Avengers, so to speak, or the first characters that are like the Avengers. Like, you've got a Ghost Rider on a Mammoth, stuff like that. I think there'll be an event book and there'll be other books around it, and it's just like, why can't you just begin to tell stories after obviously Secret Empire takes place and just change things up a bit? And obviously they're going to bring back characters as well, which is great. Obviously starting off with Cap there. We'll see as to what happens with Thor. That's going to be a weird one, I reckon. But they pretty much said that they're going to bring back characters and bring back a Marvel icon who, I don't know who that could be Tony Stark, or it could be someone who I'm just not thinking of, who's been away for ages. And they are going to keep the current characters as well, which, you know what, that's fine. That's completely fine. Even Axel Alonso himself said there isn't any reason as to why, you can't have both Peter Parker and Miles Morales going down different paths.
The Legacy era will usher in the return of some of your favorite classic characters, but not at the expense of the new characters that have recently formed in Marvel. Legacy will show you over time that there's room for Peter Parker and Miles Morales. The question is what roads they're going to travel.
Cool. I'm totally cool with that. That's what most people were saying in the first place. It's just that the other characters, the new characters, need to be written well. You may need to make some personality changes and actually make the most important thing about those characters their actions in the face of adversity. Because some of those characters, the most important thing about them is who they are over what they can do, which to me doesn't make any sense. But I hope Marvel have become somewhat self-aware now as to what resonates with us, the readers. So it seems like they are doing their own kind of rebirth and bringing in all the good elements and mixing it all up and just listening. I think I hope they have listened to what people have said over, well, for a while now in regards to Marvel, because everyone wants Marvel to be good. This is the thing. Nobody wants Marvel to be bad. Nobody wants Marvel to fail. Everyone has said what they've said because they want Marvel to succeed and they like and they love Marvel. And I'm just really hoping that they understand that that's what the readers want Marvel to be successful. If we're saying what's not working, then you might want to change that. And I hope Marvel Legacy is that. I really, really do. But on the other hand, Marvel Legacy might not be that. It might be a ploy to get us to buy more books and really not have them change that much at all. I mean, if you read like the breakdown, it sounds kind of ambiguous. So the paragraph in the description on the Marvel YouTube page reads, "It begins at the dawn of the human race and ends with the child's prayer. In between, empires fall, mysteries brew, secrets are revealed, quests are undertaken, and legends are forged, all leading up to the dramatic return you've been waiting for, and one you've been dreading. Jason Aaron, Mighty Thor, Isad Ribic, Secret Wars, and who's who of today's top talent usher in a new dawn, one whose rays will touch every corner of the Marvel Universe in the days to come. Marvel Legacy. It's everything you've been longing for and more." So that's says a lot without saying anything. It just gives a little hint as to what the main story is. Yeah, I don't know. I hope it's good. I want it to be good. I want Legacy to kind of be the jump start that we need to reinvigorate Marvel. But, you know, we see. And then the second paragraph goes on to say, "Marvel Legacy will take over Marvel Comics from October into January and possibly beyond." So it's the possibly beyond bit that makes me think, is this a short-term thing where obviously they pump in new interest to get us interested, and then what if they backtrack on everything? I mean, that would be really disappointing. Really, really disappointing. But I don't know, I'm hopeful. I am hopeful that this will be their version of DC Rebirth. I hope they get back on track with the focus being on good stories. And I hope with the new characters who haven't worked that well, I hope they give them, I hope they give them good writing. And I hope they give them good struggles for them to overcome, and better stories. Better stories. If you give these kind of new characters better stories, people will flock to them. And also, I think people will flock to these characters if you don't make them out to be somehow better than the originals that they replaced. That's another thing that kind of bugs people about these characters. It's kind of like, yeah, you're reaching there a little bit. To summarize, like I was saying, Marvel Legacy can work if it's like DC Rebirth. If it's just a short-term thing, then they're gonna see the sales go back down again. But if it is literally everything that we'd hope for, then they might just be on the right track to getting things back to being pretty good and pretty great, and a nice variation of characters from different backgrounds and whatnot. So I'm hopeful. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe, share, hit the bell notification as well. Hello?
Like, Riri Williams is one of my favorite characters that's out there right now.
Sorry, I've got to take this. Mate, listen, it sounds like you've got a fever.